What's going on, guys? Jesse Haynes here with CardLines.com, and as you know, we have teamed up with eBay to look at the new eBay Vault and what it means for sports card collectors. Today, I'm really excited the new entry. We're going to compare the PWCC Vault with the eBay Vault. So, first, before we get this kicked off, I want to say, if you haven't already watched our video that introduces the eBay Vault, please do that. I will link it below. It's going to have some background information that's going to be really useful. So you need to come in with that like foundational knowledge so we can compare the PWCC Vault to the eBay Vault. Today we're just going to introduce the PWCC Vault, so I'm going to rely on you knowing what the eBay Vault is and how it works before we start making those comparisons. So the PWCC Vault is this proudly original trading card vault. They really lean into the idea of they've been around for a long time when they're highlighting their competitive advantages. And yes, it is certainly an advantage. They've been doing it for a while and they have a sophisticated process. They use sophisticated on the webpage a couple times when talking about what they do and what they offer. And there's a good reason. It's very user friendly, it's very clean, it's very efficient, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on. So let's give it a quick look. They have been doing this for over 2 decades. That's very impressive. They have a lot of items in the vault, and they've sold almost 2 million items in total. And they really lean in on this idea of asset liquidity. One thing I noticed is that they have PWCC Capital, so you can collateralize lending against your collection, which is nice if you're looking for some flexibility. And if you have this big vault collection through PWCCC, anything listed on the PWCC Vault is easily listable, I don't know if that's a verb, but I'm using it, to their weekly Sunday auctions, monthly premier auctions, wax Wednesdays, and then they have the fixed price marketplace, which we can explore in brief in just a moment. And the fee structure is very straightforward and transparent. If your card is graded, it's going to be free to store, and it is $3 if it is less than 50 bucks. So if it's more than 50 bucks, it's free to store. Less than that, you're paying $3. If you submit a card, no matter what the price is, if you submit it for the auction, it is always going to be free, so that's nice. If your cards are raw, you're basically paying for an authentication fee, so it's $3 if you submit it to an auction or if you sell it in 30 days, and if not, you pay $6 if you're submitting a card to Vault. There's also options here for oversized slabs and wax, coins and currency. We're talking about sports cards, so I'm not as concerned there. This is interesting. Larger items you can store. You can store boxes or cases even for a $25 flat fee. That's useful. It's nothing that the eBay Vault is offering yet. I'm expecting that to, become part of the offering at some point. But as of right now, if you're trying to store boxes or cases, this is a way to do it. And then the PWCC purchases, much like the eBay Vault, if you purchase something on the PWCC marketplace, you can free vault it for life, which includes free shipping, 0 sales tax, free archival, all the normal vault standards there. It's very easy to buy and sell using it. And let's look at the marketplaces. They have the weekly, the premier, the fixed price. A lot of different ways to sell your cards if you have it stored in the PWCC Vault. And just to give you kind of a feel for it, there's a lot of different cards actively being sold. If you've never used PWCC before, it's kind of like eBay in that you can search by player, year, set, sport, etc. eBay has a lot more filters and a lot more listings. But if you're just looking, for a quick PWCC tutorial, just come over here, play around. It's not hard to figure out at all. It feels a little bit primitive. The imagery is nice because it's all like from the vault, so all the cards look really good. All the pictures are done professionally. I've seen some eBay sports card pictures that are taken by sellers, and it's like, man, I've seen clearer pictures of Sasquatch than what you took of your cards. So these do at least have all good pictures, but all the eBay Vault cards have good pictures too, so that's kind of, it's a trade-off. So you can sort by like flash sales, the quick ones, my bids, see what you're bidding on. It's kind of like your watch list, etc. There is also a demo that I'd recommend checking out here for the PWCC. So it's a 14 card collection valued at an insured value just over $100,000 right here. So you can get on here. I'll link this below as well. Get on here and kind of play around. You can see this collection of yours, how you can sort it. You can filter it by sport, the ones that you have archived, etc. But the really cool thing to see here is how you can just click on a card here, and obviously it's a demo so I can't list it, but it shows you how simple the process is. So you can share the card to your socials if you're just trying to flex that you have a bazillion-dollar Ty Cobb card that's valued at 20 grand, or you can sell it. So you can click here and then select your marketplace where it's going to go to, set your details, etc. Or you can ship it if you've sold it and you have a third party that is a buyer on this card, and you can ship it there. So that's how it works. It's really, like I said, it's been around for a long time, so with 2 decades of development, you would expect this kind of stuff, but it is very sophisticated and it's very straightforward, easy to use. Now, the eBay Vault is obviously in its infancy, as we've been talking about. We're working with eBay to cover the rollout here, but when it comes to comparing them, they have a lot of the same features. You can buy cards on the marketplace and send to the vault. You can store cards in the vault and easily list with a couple clicks, whether we're talking PWCC or eBay. But the eBay, it has a few competitive advantages that are just being offered in its infancy, such as free storage until 2024, which is nice. That's something it has over PWCC. There's no selling fees. There's a lot of perks. With PWCC, you can send your collection to the vault, so I can have a LeBron rookie on hand and send it to the vault and store it. Can't do that with eBay yet, but it is coming. So it says direct submissions are coming starting in 2023. So we're not too far out from that, but that is a current advantage that PWCC has. But the biggest competitive advantage, and almost a deciding factor hands down of why you should use the eBay Vault, is that it's the eBay Vault. I know that sounds a little bit on the nose, but truly the amount of sales volume happening between PWCC and eBay is infinitely more eBay heavy. Basically, what I said in my written description to go with this video is, if you were a street artist selling your product, would you rather sell in a city or a town of a population 2,000 or New York City? Obviously, you're going to pick New York City because there's a lot bigger buyer audience there and there's a lot more traffic. So eBay, even if you remember back to late 2021, actually kicked PWCC off the eBay platform because of this potential shill bidding scandal. So a lot of these PWCC auctions to me kind of feel like it's like a pushback to the corporate overlords kind of thing, like, hey, we're going to do our own thing. That said, they're doing their own thing, and some of them sell for a respectable amount, but it's just not the search visibility or the population of the eBay buyer market. So because eBay has its own vault, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. If you buy sell on eBay, you should just use the eBay Vault. Very straightforward, very easy to use. It's very easy to sign up for. Just click the link below. And if you don't use eBay, that's about the only time I would consider using the PWCC Vault. It is good for what it is. They have a very nice, sophisticated vault, but it just isn't integrated with eBay. And I do 99% of my bidding and selling and buying on eBay, so I'm always going to pick the eBay Vault. So that's my summary. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Come back for our next video about the eBay Vault, and we will be back soon.